It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. And if you're watching on Facebook, you're seeing three young, very ambitious folks who are in the studio with us this morning, and we're talking about the Big Balloon Build. It's presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. So in the studio with us, from my right to left, on my right is Denise Chrysos from the Flower and Balloon Gallery here in Indiana. In between Denise and the other gentleman in the studio is Stuart Davies from the Big Balloon Build. And you may notice that Stuart's accent is a little different from here in Indiana. And Clinton Smith, who is the chairman of this year's Indiana County United Way campaign. And, well, folks, good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you all with us here this morning. Clint, of course, the Big Balloon Build is a really, really big event for the United Way of Indiana County.
It's not just a big event for Indiana County and the United Way, but it's a big event for anyone within 70 miles of us. I believe there was never going to be another one of these held within 70 miles of us, and we couldn't be happier that Denise Chrysos from the Flower and Balloon Gallery has brought this here. She's been involved with the organization for several years now, and we couldn't be happier that she chose the United Way to benefit from this awesome event.
Denise, let's learn how you got involved with the organization and how you came across a gentleman like Stuart.
I was at another balloon conference training in Florida,
Little around.
and
Just come around a
Stuart
little bit.
was
There you go.
one of the instructors there, and I met him. And then the second year that I went, I talked to him again and we started talking about being from where I was from and the home of Jimmy Stewart, and he happens to be named after Mr. Stewart, and he was involved with the Big Balloon Build, and I really wanted to get involved with it, and I did. My first Big Balloon Build that I went to was in Vincennes, Indiana, in 2019? 2021, and I've been to 6 now,
Yeah.
and I've been all over the world from it, and it's pretty exciting.
I would guess. And so you meet this gentleman here in the studio with us, Stuart Davies, and you have the opportunity to really learn from the master, huh?
I did. He's an amazing person. An amazing balloon artist as well.
Well, Stuart, let's meet you. Again, you've been on the program before when I was not here. Josh was here hosting at that time. What is the Big Balloon Build?
Okay, the Big Balloon Build is an event that I direct, but it brings 70 balloon artists from around the world. They leave their businesses and their families and their communities to come and build a balloon wonderland out of about 150,000 party balloons, creating gigantic structures in a large venue. And then we gift the balloon wonderland, to a charity. In this case, it's United Way of Indiana County. And then they are able to run events to raise money from that.
It's an amazing idea, number one, conceiving of that idea and then pulling it off. And you've been doing it for a few years now, so you know that it works.
Yeah.
But where was an idea such as this born?
Inside the crazy mind of mine. I saw and this is something that Denise sees every day, is the impact that a balloon has on somebody's day and somebody's life, whether they're celebrating an event or saying thanks for something, and you see a child receiving a balloon and seeing the smile on their face. And I just thought, how can we scale that up? How can we create 150,000 times the fun and enjoyment from something like this? But always, my background is working with charities. I worked with charities in the United Kingdom, and I was always thinking, how did we then use that to make a difference through the joy of balloons?
Yeah, Clinton Smith, of course, this year's United Way campaign is going to be very special because of this. It was going to be special anyway, but this event. Wow.
Are you sure you want to hear from me already? I could listen to him talk all day.
I know it is kind of mesmerizing, isn't
Yeah.
it? But this for Indiana County is so big. For the United Way campaign, it is such an amazing event, and I know you must feel very fortunate to have it here.
I am so glad that they're coming. I know that you've had us on the show before to talk about the goal, and my goal is a lofty goal this year. It is the most that's ever going to be raised in the history of Indiana County of the United Way. So this event is definitely going to help us get there and hopefully help us cross over that goal. We have a long way ahead of us to reach that goal. It's a lot more than what was even raised last year. So the big balloon build is going to do nothing but help us get across that goal number. And it really helped us pick out our goal too, to decide that we do want to do the most ever in the history of Indiana County. And this is just going to help us get there. So
it's the Wonderful Life Festival weekend is when all of this is going to just come brilliantly to life. Tell me a little bit about the schedule and how folks can get involved.
So if you want to get involved, we're definitely going to be having signups for volunteers. You can contact the United Way office. You can also visit their website for their phone number. It's uwindianacounty.org. The tickets are going to be for sale on there. Tickets are $20 for adults. It's going to be $10 for students, children's, and veterans, and then 12 and under is free. So it's going to be a lot of open ticket times. We're going to kick off the parade for the downtown festival. We'll be at the front of the parade. And we'll take over the build the night before. We'll have a VIP event for all of our sponsors that will be able to come in the night before and possibly, I believe, meet the builders also.
It's a possibility, yes.
Yeah. So there's a VIP night. Friday, we're going to close it down around 5 o'clock, but we'll be open during the days for public tours. We don't want to take away from the festivities downtown that are going to be happening that night. And we're going to be at the front of the parade as well. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have different events throughout the day. The calendar is also available on the website as well. But I know there's going to be stuff like Brunch with Santa and a few different events that go on throughout the weekend. But for the most part, it's Saturday and Sunday will be, I believe, from 8 in the morning until 9 o'clock at night is a chance for you to purchase your tickets online now. We just went to a build in Elkhart, Indiana, and they sold tons and tons of tickets that they actually cut it off. So make sure you get your ticket as quickly as possible, before we run out. And all of that's available on our website, uwindianacounty.org.
Mm-hmm. Stuart, tell me about the team that comes together to make this all happen.
So the big part of the team are the two people standing either side of me as a starter. If it hadn't have been for Denise, and Denise has given so freely of her time, she doesn't receive anything out of this or flower and balloon gallery business. She's invested so much time over the last 2.5 years to bring this year. And also United Way, they're critical to this. And the team that we bring in will have about 65 to 70 balloon artists. They will be leaving their own businesses. So their businesses are actually creating balloon art for people to make a difference to their lives. I would say we've got a collective 1,000+ years of experience working with balloons that's coming here from as far and wide in the US as California, and then also Europe and Puerto Rico as well. We've got balloon artists coming from everywhere, and they come into this community. And I have to say, this community is amazing. I've been here once before last December, and I think that's the huge connection between what the Big Balloon Build does and what United Way does. Is the Big Balloon Build brings people who freely give of their time and their own resources to make a difference to a community. And that's what United Way does, and all its volunteers, is they give their time, their resources, their skills to make a difference in this community. And it is so apparent when you walk into Indiana County what an amazing place it is. And organizations like United Way help make that.
Wow, that's very complimentary, Denise, of the Indiana community. You've been doing this. You've been through 6, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Come a little closer
Sorry.
there.
Yes, I've been to 6, and the last one was in South Bend, Indiana, and then before that I was actually in Europe in London. So it was exciting.
Yeah, when that whole team gets together, of course, you've been to 6 of them, so you know a whole bunch of these folks who are coming. It's sort of like a little
It is
balloon
like
family reunion.
It is exactly a family reunion. We're a very close knit community, and we get to see each other only at events like this. And it's special, the relationships that we have and create with builders that we've known, and then new builders coming in. And I'm really excited for them to come into Indiana and show off our town, because I mean, I grew up here and I love this town, and I think that's obvious. And I just want them to have a good time while they're here and help create this event for the United Way to make a difference in our community.
Yeah, it's going to be such a tremendous thing. 150,000 balloons, Stuart?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
We're out of breath by the end.
Well, I was going to ask, he's a big guy.
Yeah,
Clint's a big guy. You're going to need his lungs, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going to need lots of lungs. No, but fortunately, we, as professionals, we have professional balloon equipment. I think we're bringing in about $50,000 worth of inflation equipment.
Big
specialized
sigh of
equipment.
relief over there.
Yeah, he was going red thinking about it.
I bet you I could carry a lot of balloons at once, though.
You probably could,
Yeah, well, that would be fun to see too.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little bonus. How much of it can you pick up?
We don't need any extra ideas, Todd.
Okay. I thought anything was open as long as it involved making money for the United Way.
Yeah, and we do have the pop-in event, which 150,000 balloons inflated, 150,000 balloons have to be popped. All of the balloons are recyclable. They're made from a natural product. They literally come from a rubber tree. So, you know, we're able to ensure that these items are recyclable. But yeah, on the Monday, I believe the 25th, there'll be a pop-in party to take them down.
I mean, wear earplugs for that one.
Yeah.
The design itself, we only have a couple of moments left,
Yeah.
but the design itself, you've worked that out. You know what you're doing?
Yeah, and there's lots of pieces from Indiana County that we've built into it. It's based on the theme, It's a Wonderful Life, and it's based on how amazing this community is. So we show its kind of rural element, but also, you know, the amazing town and spirit of the people in there.
Yeah. We're going to have to get you back here when you're here next time, because we've got more to talk about with
Okay,
you.
my pleasure.
More than even just balloons. But Clint,
Yeah.
folks, again, United Way website, they'll learn everything they need to know.
Yep, uwindianacounty.org. And definitely, I want to give a shout out to Denise and all of the balloon builders. Whenever we went out to Elkhart, Indiana, or South Bend, Indiana, the work that goes into this is absolutely amazing. All of the builders are using their own money to get there, their own money for lodging. So for Denise to have done this in so many places just shows what a generous person she is. So if you guys haven't gotten balloons or anything from her place, definitely give her a call. She's doing a lot for our community. The work that goes into this is hard. They seem like they all have fun, but not until it's like done. I've seen that stress whenever they're trying to get 150,000 balloons together. So the hard work that goes into it is amazing. So definitely, if you see Denise today, give her a pat on the back. It's amazing that she's bringing this to Indiana.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
truly is. Denise, Stuart, Clinton, thank you so much for the visit today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com.